Hello everyone and welcome to a very quick little episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I'm your yarn host, Jennifer. I just wanted to pop on and show you. We're going to do a quick unbagging because Premier Yarn has released some more new yarn. I wanted to try it out and I haven't even opened the bag yet, so I don't know how I feel about it. So we're going to open it and see. I also ordered I ordered 2 other yarns and I don't remember what's in this order. I don't remember what I ordered. So it's going to be a surprise for all of us. Oh, I know what I ordered. Alright, this is probably going to be 2 videos. This yarn is going to be shown in 2 videos. Because we'll talk about it in a minute. Just because my bag is all steamed up. It's been in the mailbox for a little bit. So, Premier has new yarn. They have new yarn in hank form, which I'm always excited about. I don't know, hank form excites me. For some reason when it's in hank form it always feels like it's more special, which really just means more work because now I gotta cake it up before I use it, but like it's still, I don't know. I feel like it's the expensive yarn because it's in hank form, and this was not expensive. Is there a receipt in here? This one's not expensive. It is $4.99 for a hank of yarn. So if you, that is steamy. It's really steamy. It's really pretty. I'll show you the hank first. This is Ciao Merino. Ciao Merino. My accent's terrible. But anyway, it's really squishy. It's really, it's not wrapped very good, but I mean, not everybody is a professional hanker. This is really soft and squishy. I'm going to let it cool off because it feels kind of gross because it's been in the mailbox. I just pulled it out and it feels damp, which is probably why there's some steam in the bag from it being in the mailbox. I'm waving it over the air register because there's cold air pumping through, and honestly it felt gross because it was so warm. I felt like I was touching bad parts of a lamb. I just didn't want to think about it. Alright, so as you can see, it is not hanked up the most pretty, but I'm going to unhank it because I want to get a good look at this yarn. And I'm going to rehank it because that's going to drive me nuts. This one ain't bad. That one's not bad. This one is just kind of off. Okay, so this is Ciao Merino. This is 240 yards. It is 61% fine superwash merino, 22% nylon, 17% alpaca for $4.99. It's not bad at all. It says it's a lightweight number 3. It is, okay, I'm going to give you guys a close-up description so that you can really see what this yarn is. It says it's a lightweight number 3. It appears to be almost a bulky number 5, just in the hank form like this. But it is, can you see that? It's like little knit loops almost. Let's see if we can get really close. It's like chains. So it's almost like it's already been chained for you. And if you go to pull on it, it goes from super fluffy, super bulky to what I would consider as a lightweight number 3. So, looks can be deceiving with this yarn. It is very, very fluffy. It's very fluffy. Oh, I wish I could show. Do you see that? It's fluffy. It's fluffy. It's so fluffy! It is very, very fluffy. Okay, I know. Stop saying fluffy. You're coming across weird. I know. Alright, this is kind of cool. So, the hairiness I tend to associate with alpaca. Any yarn that I have that has alpaca in it has a substantial amount of hair. See the hairs that are coming off? It's just hairy. It's just hairy. That's what I equate to alpaca. It's very squished though. It's got a good squish factor, which I'm actually surprised. I don't know what I was expecting from this yarn, and it is very tonal. It is not what I would call a solid. It is very tonal. You see how there's dark and light spots? I think that's beautiful. What color is this? What color? What color? Chambray. It is chambray. That's the color number. Washing info, hand wash. Not surprised by that. Lay flat to dry. Not surprised by that. That's what the label says. So Ciao Merino. Very pretty. Very pretty. Very unique construction. It smells like alpaca. Yep. It's got like a barnyard farm smell to it. That's weird that's tied like that. Let me back up and show you what just happened. Two skeins for the price of one? That means there's a significant break, and they had to add this extra piece to make it the weight that it is supposed to be. Not real happy about that, and that's probably why it was not hanged up properly. Wow. Okay, so I was not expecting that. Tisk tisk. Tisk tisk. Alright, you ever want to know how to rehang these? You just put a finger in one side, finger in the other, twist it. You want it to be kind of a tight twist. See, it will spin itself around. Then you take one and you shove it in the other. That's how you rehank it up. You give it an extra little twist there. Or if you want it to be really, really tight, which I'm not going to do with this yarn, you can just, once you get it to where it folds over on itself, keep twisting one end. And it'll be a tighter hank. And you can twist, you can actually twist both ends, but wait till they're in the hank form. And then just pull that and twist it until it gets to, okay, I'm not happy that there was that significant of a break. However, I am happy that it wasn't hidden in there with a knot and that it is very obvious that that was a break. So, alright, that's the blue. I also got it in this color. This color is Thistle. So, those are so pretty. These are so pretty. I don't remember how many colors this came in. I will look that up and pop that in the information. There's not a whole lot of colors if I recall. And see, this is just one hank. There's not a break. It fluffs up so much when you do that. And you see how it's not just a solid color, it is very like tonal. It's almost splotchy. That is so pretty. I think if I were going to knit or crochet this up right now, because of how fluffy it is, I would not treat this as a lightweight number 3. I would not, because when you treat it as a lightweight number 3, this is suggesting 4mm or US 6 knitting needles, 4mm US 6 or G crochet hook. I think you're going to lose the fluffiness, and I think that would be the benefit of this yarn, is to keep it fluffy, like, because it, like I showed you up close, when it's loose like this, see how fluffy these strands get? But if you're going to use a small hook or small needle, you're going to end up pulling and making this thinner, and you're going to lose some of the fluff. So I would probably use, what does this recommend? 4mm. I would probably use minimum of 6mm, just so you can keep the fluff on this, because the fluff is what I'm really attracted to right now. It is really pretty. Is really pretty. I'm not happy that there's a break in that, but I mean, breaks happen. I get yarn from all different types of places, and there's always breaks somewhere. So it's so pretty. And it does. Oh, look how pretty that looks against my skin. It's so pretty. I'm not going to hold that break. At least there was a break and they put that extra piece of the hank in there tied separately. You know right off the back there's a hank or a split, there's a break. You're not going to get halfway into a project and then realize, oh crap, now I got to figure out where I'm going to put the break and how I'm going to handle this. You know, it's so pretty. I'm really happy that Premier is coming out with, see, I'm going to show you again how to twist this. Just twist, 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 twist. So you start to feel it getting tight. And then let it go loose a little bit. If it starts to twist like that, you're done twisting. See? And you can give these extra little twists to make it a little tighter. Tuck one inside the other. And this does take practice. This is not something that just you learn how to do and it's easy. I'm really happy Premier keeps coming out with new innovative yarns. Like, it seems like they're coming out with a lot of new product and I'm so excited to use it. I'm going to double check this weight on this just because there was a break in it. I'm going to double check since my scale is right here, I'm going to double check the weight on this. And make sure, unit. My scale needs a new battery, so it takes a minute to want to start up. Error. All right. That is coming up as 69 grams and it's supposed to be a 50 gram hank. And the pink one is coming up as 54 grams. So, go figure. Go figure. I was wondering, this one felt a little bit fatter, and it is. It is. Maybe that little broken piece of hank one's supposed to go with this one. Anyway, I'm really happy with that. But also, if you're not into wools, you can't use wool, you're allergic to wools. I also have some acrylic yarn to show you. And I'm going to do an in-depth review of this yarn in an upcoming video, which I'm probably going to record in like 2 minutes, because it's moist in that bag. My yarn is wet. There is straight up liquid in there. See if you can see that. See the water? That's inside the bag and on my yarn. So I'm going to have to air this out by a fan because I don't want it to get mildewy or moldy. So anyway, as soon as I saw this, now this is just the Premier Basics. I happen to really love Premier Basics. I think it is a top of the line basic acrylic yarn on a budget. This stuff is very budget friendly. This is $3.39 for this, and it is 245 yards, 5-ounce ball. And this goes on sale quite frequently. I love Premier Basics. Premier Basics, honestly, is my favorite non-anti-pilling acrylic. So aside from Premier Everyday Anti-Pilling Acrylic, Premier Basics is my favorite. This is, in my humble opinion, this is better than Red Heart Super Saver by a long shot, and the price comparison, this is actually cheaper. I've done a side-by-side with the Premier Basics and the other value yarns. This also is very similar to the Craft Smart from Michaels that used to be bad and is now really good. I will put this in line with that. So the reason I got these is because these are a new colorway. Premier Basics has tons of colors, and they're doing now, not too long ago they came out with the prints, which I showed you. We got the red, white, and blue one that I made Mr. Cinnamons blanket out of. But there's also Christmas colors and like baby colors that I said was reminiscent of another yarn. And when I saw this, I have these yarns. I got them from AC Moore. I have these yarns. I recognize them right away because there's actually a video and a story behind these yarns. I saw these at AC Moore when I was doing one of the AC Moore tour videos where we went to like 6 AC Moores in one day. We went down to Richmond. This was AC Moore no longer exists. It's been closed for a long time, but this is one of the things that was so exciting to me when we were first pretty much starting out this channel. We went to several AC Moore locations to see what they had, and this was new yarn from AC Moore, and I did not buy it. And I was like, well, we're going to other locations. If I absolutely have to have it, it will be at the other locations. P.S. It was not at the other locations. I could not find this yarn. I was on the hunt for it. And so to see that Premier Yarns has picked up this yarn, I'm so excited. I'm going to pull out the AC Moore because I still have them. And I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison in another video. I figured that would be something fun and quick for us to do. Keep content going on the channel. Keep some fun times going because I actually really enjoy doing comparison videos, and I really love doing unboxings and showing you guys new yarn. I can't wait to work with this. It's not going to be anytime soon because I have 8,000 things in my to-do list, and this is just one more thing to be added on the list. But because the reason is when I get a hank of yarn, it usually goes on the shelf because in order to use this I have to cake it up, and it's a whole process. I have to clean off my desk. I have to get out all of my caking equipment because I have to put this on a yarn swift, and then you get my cake winder out and do that. And I know that you can do this by hand. I have really, really bad luck doing this by hand because I tend to tangle everything and then I throw it out because I get so frustrated. That was weird. The mail lady is bringing a second batch of mail. Anyway, this was in the first batch. There was nothing else out there, so I have to go back outside and walk down to the mailbox. I'm really excited to work with this and test it out. I like chain spun yarn. As a matter of fact, I am almost positive I have some chain spun yarn from Knitcrate that I could mix with this blue in particular. I'll have to dig and see and give you guys a more honest review when I cake this up. But I just wanted to show you there's new yarn to check out. And this does definitely hit the squish factor. And to wait to test if it's itchy is to see if it itches my face. I can feel that there's alpaca in here. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I will also be incredibly honest and tell you I don't like alpaca yarn. I don't like it. If I'm gonna do natural fibers, I absolutely prefer merino wool, which this is mostly merino wool. I don't like the hairs that come off of alpaca. It sometimes will shed on you and you'll get like little alpaca hairs on you, and I also find it to be slightly irritating to my skin or slightly itchy, which merino wool does not generally do that to me with. But this is slightly, ever so slightly itchy, but it's not scratchy. It's not scratchy, and it's not picking or sticking. This is the test I told you guys very recently. If it sticks to my fingers because I'm so dry, I'm not using it. And this is not velcroing to my fingers at all. At all. Let's see. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing? Tra-la-la? What movie is that from? Tell me if you don't. I'm excited to dig into that. I'm really excited to share more about this yarn because isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? They also had like a pinky color, which I will show you because I have that, but it's not in the Basix. It's in the AC Moore yarn, but I will dig that out and I will get that video started right now for you. Thank you so much for watching my quick little unboxing. Do I recommend trying this yarn? If you're super curious, yeah, sure, go ahead. I mean, it's only $4.99 for a hank of yarn, which I think is a good price, and it is 240 yards. And actually, because this one has that extra little broken hank in there, this probably has more than 240 yards. Am I happy that there was a break in there? No. But am I happy that this is actually 69 grams instead of 50? Yeah. It's like getting a little extra freebie on the side. This will probably be a little shawlette or something like that. Something that you wear around your neck. I'm excited to use it. I'm excited to show it to you. And I probably will buy more of this. That's my opinion. take it or leave it. Doesn't matter to me. As always, if you purchase from Premier, I appreciate you clicking the link below and purchasing through that link. I make a very small percentage back on these purchases, but I do appreciate, because it does go to the channel and it helps me to have money to buy more yarn to show you when it comes on the market. And I will give that a more in-depth review when I use it, much like I did with the yarn that I got from Furls. So, you know, when I use it, I'll let you guys know an update. And I guess that's it. I guess this wasn't as short of a video as I thought it was going to be. I rambled for 20 minutes showing you 4 skeins of yarn. I'm in a good mood today. What can I say? Alright guys, I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!